I was expecting that we will meet in Patna, but unfortunately things
Unfortunately,
happened.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I've not spoken to Amrish, but how is he now?
He is recovering,
Okay.
although he is now in, how can I put it, like 70%, 60 to 70% functioning.
Okay.
This everything, it was badly, he was badly hit. And if you see the car which he was traveling with, na, you will be very scared. The front portion was almost squashed.
Oh,
So it was really bad. I
so
was just, no.
he has got a fracture. Where did he get
So
hit?
there is this, there is, I don't think it is a full fracture or something. So what has happened? There was a bad shark, and
Mm-hmm.
bad shark means, and then there is a sprain,
Okay.
and then sprain also takes a bit of time to recover.
Right,
And
right.
doctor told that they cannot put any plaster or anything because that's the portion they do not want to do. They have put this, what do you call it, this wrap of bandages,
Mm-hmm.
So all these things they have done.
Okay, okay, okay.
He is recovering. He has recovered a bit, but he is still recovering. Functionality wise, like 60-70%. He
Okay,
is like yeah.
got it, got it.
And we were also organizing this one event in your Lucknow, especially
Mhm.
your uh, North Zone conference, financial inclusion conference.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, because of all these things, the thing actually pushed back,
Okay,
and he couldn't do much. So we are proposing it in uh, October end or November. Oh, sorry, October or November first week.
okay,
So we have pushed it a bit
got
because
it.
if we do it now, he cannot do
He
much.
can. No, no, he'll need
Yeah,
time. He'll need
and
time.
it takes a lot of like effort to organize all these things.
And how are you, sir? You are getting younger, I must say.
Okay, thank you.
Every time I see you, you are getting younger.
Uh, uh, Thank you very much. The same goes to you. Like we are not getting growing actually.
Chalo.
The
Hmm.
same case of
Hmm.
in your banking days.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wait,
so
that's that's only the face. The body is getting
yeah,
fatter.
right, and that
Yes.
is happening. Uh,
Okay.
that is happening for sure, and because of diabetes, it
Hmm.
is also faster in pace.
Yes. Yes.
How's your diabetes nowadays?
It's under control with medicines.
Okay, okay.
I'm taking medicine, so it remains in control, and I also take care of not eating too much of sweets or. So this is the peak mango season, and I
Mm,
like I like mango, but I have to restrict uh,
right,
the mango intake and so on.
right.
Okay,
Mango
so
is very fantastic.
yeah, so regarding this recent visit to Bihar,
Yes.
I think that was a very good occasion to understand what is the
Mm,
current status. And thanks
mm,
to Sangeeta ji who organized all the meetings, everything very well. It was very well organized, very smooth meetings. Everything was as planned. So now, while I have started writing the report, I just wanted your inputs on a couple of things, so that when the report comes, it is as planned or as expected, right? So I'll start with my questions, and whatever additional you may want to tell me, please feel free. So what I understand is that this report is kind of also being pitched as a funding pitch for the next round of work. Is my understanding correct?
Yes. Why, I mean, we are working together because
Hmm.
of your experience of the both side of the health and also like your banking means finance side.
Hmm.
So we work with you that, since onset of this project, you were there. Now, when you have gone through the process, you understood the challenges, you understood the
Yes.
good things, you understood how to package the thing. Now it is the end towards the end of this project where we are seeing that couple of their this they have got their health loan
Hmm.
and they have been assessed with the parameters which we have developed.
Right.
Now, only thing what we have to see that what's their repayment. Two things we have to see whether this institution, your this Vedica, has gone beyond their regular extension of loan. The
Yes.
parameters they
Hmm.
have gone like beyond that or not. And the second one is your repayment.
Hmm.
Third one is their impact. These are the three things we wanted to understand in this journey where you and Sangeeta went there. First
Yes.
is whether this institution gone beyond their regular thing or not. Second,
Hmm.
your impact. Third
Hmm.
is that what's their repayment, whether
Right.
their repayment is at par with the market or not. So these are
Sure.
the three things. Now, once we get these observations or your
Yes.
report, it will be converted to another project where
Hmm.
we will be seeking that um, health and microfinance, how to promote
Yes.
health and microfinance. A product, can we develop a product? Can
Yes.
we bring new initiative? Can we
Yes.
bring some new dimension into the system? And then we will send it to the donor agencies or whatever.
Got
If you
it.
have something in your mind, you can tell us. We will also explore something
Sure. Sure.
to send this project proposal. And
Sure.
now we want to get it. So we want to also understand that what exactly the gap was that if we can do some. This is the contour of this report.
Got it. Got it. Regarding these three aspects of this loan,
Mhm.
Sangeeta ji has already asked for the details in Excel from the branches. So I believe she may already have received or she will be receiving. What I suspect is that we can tell about the Vedica's process that they have followed, and even impact in terms of how helpful it was for the household. Regarding the repayments, I think the loans were released very, very recently. And in fact, this is one of the things that we asked from the branch managers. But they said it is just the repayments will now start from August or September. So
Now,
that's
now in that case also, okay, that repayment, whether this is a regular kind of repayment they are giving or like it is a bullet repayment. Is there any shift from the regular product or
yes,
not?
yes.
Yeah.
So in those terms, I think Vedika has done a fantastic job of integrating a non-product into their regular this disbursement process, because what they have done is there's no separate product that has been created in their app, right? However, so there are two parts to it. For a regular loan, right, the inputs are entered into the application that Vedika uses. and all those parameters are entered there by the branch, and then assessment happens, and then the CIBIL check happens, and then the payment is released or declined. In this case, the first part of the process is happening over email, right? So the branch collects whatever documents or whatever supporting documents are required from the customer, and they are partially using the assessment sheet that was given to them, because most of it is so all these 51 loans that they have disbursed are for their existing customers, right? So in that case, they don't need to assess the customer for their repayment capacity, because that is already there. So what they need to assess is whether it is a genuine request or not, for which they gather the doctor's prescription or the test reports or whatever they are able to gather from the customer. They make PDF documents. They write an email along with the application form, along with the supporting documents. It goes to somebody at the HO, which the branch was not able to tell us. The HO makes their own assessment and releases the payment within 24 to 48 hours to the customer's account, which is already mapped in the system. So part A, which is the entry process, the data entry happens manually currently. So it's not on the app, it's happening over email. But the disbursement and
Why was it email?
Sorry?
Why was it email?
Email, because currently it is not on their app, so there has to be a separate product category to enter the data. So they have 3 or 4 categories, which is for e-rickshaw, which is income generating loan for for these micro enterprises, and there's some cattle loan or something. So three categories, right? So there is no separate category for a health loan. So what they have done is that for the assessment part, they are not taking these inputs from the app. It is coming via email. However, they have the customer's past history for some existing loan, right? So they match it with it. The need is identified, which is verified, and now the disbursement happens to the through the current process, which is digital payment to the customer's designated account, and then
Now
a
tell me
repayment.
one thing. I have a
Sorry,
question over here.
yeah.
I have a question over there. Now, when they have assessed this customer, whether it was a fourth loan or something, like, at this point of time, 3 institutions can cater a client up to 200,000 INR.
Yes.
Now, whether this product is add on that one.
Yes, so it seems they are not breaching that limit, right?
Okay.
So because most of the customers either have repaid the loan fully or are towards the end of, so 2 years, 3 years have passed from the earlier loan. They have a very positive history of repayment, and then they are entertaining the customer for a health loan, right? Based
No,
on
that's the underwriting.
yes.
Underwriting assessment. But I'm trying to understand from this SRO, there is this one threshold of 200,000 at the
Yes.
three-year institutions.
Yes.
Whether it is not breaching, I'm just trying to,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this is pilot, nothing is breaching. So in this pilot, have they gone beyond 200,000, or all these are within that 200,000?
So I think we will have to ask this
Check.
from the head office, because the branch people were
Sangeeta, you have to
clueless
ask.
about this.
Mm.
They were clueless about this. They were not even clear about how the, because when we asked and when I requested them to show the app, I said, boss, turn your screen towards me and so that I can understand your app or something. So for the first time, even the branch people realized that this health loan is being disbursed under as a subcategory of a cattle loan.
Okay.
So they have to put it somewhere, right? So they have e-rickshaw loan, they have the micro enterprise loan (MEL), and they have a cattle loan. So this health loan is being for accounting purposes or whatever their internal accounting. This is showing in their app as a subcategory under cattle loan.
Okay.
Right. So I think the question of whether this 2 lakh thing is also being considered as one of the criteria for decision will be known only to the head office people, whoever is approving these loans. Right. So that is one. In fact, there's another thing that we will have to ask. But since we are discussing the head office thing, so I've already requested Sangeeta ji to ask another data point from the head office, and I'll give you a brief background about it. Regarding the utility of this health loan, we were debating and discussing how important it is, and the branch people and the field staff, they were very clear that this is a huge need for most of the households. People fall sick, they are not able to earn, and therefore it's a big loss for them. So this health loan has come as a very good safety net for such people. Now, when the question was how many households or what proportion of people may be needing this kind of a loan, nobody was able to put a figure for that. So that question stayed there unanswered. But during another discussion, we figured out that there is something called a Form G that Vedika has, because Vedika has a very nice system that you will not force anybody to for repayment, right? You just have to ask the reason why they are not able to pay. Is it that the business cycle is down? Is it that something else has happened? Is it some other need that has cropped up? And so there is a Form G that the field staff has to fill in, that this week or this period certain borrower has not been able to pay, and this is the reason.
Okay.
So that reason has to be entered in Form G, and it goes to the branch and then probably to the head office, right? So now my
Got your point.
is that if we are able to request Vedika to go through this database and figure out how many people have not been able to repay because of health reasons, that will give us a very clear picture.
Very clear picture. Ekdam.
Yeah. So that is something that I've requested Sangeeta ji, or if you want to ask somebody at Vedika, that will be a very strong evidence that why this is so useful, right? So these are the two things from my end, and you have already shared what I should be focusing on. The third thing is how should I structure the report, or what should be our focus? Because, and why I'm asking, and let me clarify, is that initially it started with MeadoPlus, right? And we were talking about a new product, which we all know that most of the MFIs were apprehensive, and there was some resistance to it, that we cannot move away from our laid down process on end products, and we cannot do a third party assessment by MeadoPlus people and decide our loan based on their assessment of the borrower. So therefore, either it was taking much time because the MFI staff had to re-verify whatever was given by MeadoPlus, and this was also for the new clients, non-borrowers. So now in the
there was another problem also, Hitesh, that that time when we could open the door of Muthoot, that time MeadoPlus really didn't or was not able to give them leads.
Yes, that is also there. Yes.
Because they open up, and if you see that in a month or two, in a month, 1 or 2 cases are coming.
Yes.
And then they cannot keep, because they are also regulated entity. They do have a lot of compliances.
Yes.
So they
Yes.
cannot keep it open. I mean, we are extremely thankful that at least they opened it.
Yes. Yes. So
But
whatever was the situation, but the bottom line is that ultimately success came when the approach or the process was modified, and it was done for existing customers, and it was done for by the MFI staff themselves. And in fact,
and my next question is whether they assessed these clients with the tool we developed or not.
partially, that's what I
Now,
mentioned.
partially,
Yes.
I insisted, Sangeeta, whether they have assessed before or not. If we get a kind of assessment, then we will also try to understand that whether this tool is working over there or not. Even if they are the regular customer of them, they have their all the data point. If these assessments have been done, then we have a base that to tell that okay, fine, they have given it, but they have also been assessed with this tool, and their repayment schedule is at par with the regular repayment. There will also be a kind of justification or this what you call it, a kind of real tasting on the ground. We have tasted that tool, but it was not giving them loan or getting it back.
Hmm.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
yes, yes, Sangeeta.
Actually, they didn't find it to be useful.
Yes.
Apart from whatever income assessment they were doing, they were
Yes.
interested in doing the income assessment only and the repayment capacity.
Yes.
And this tool was not giving them anything extra apart from the kind of health emergency they have, or uske related, like whether they will be able to pay. So they were actually testing two things. Whatever they are giving this loan for, this loan should be useful to them, and so it should not be like say long term bimari like cancer ka hai or something like that. In
Hmm.
some cases, we have discovered that the loan amount was small, and they have also fixed the loan amount at 15. उससे ज्यादा
Hmm.
दिया ही नहीं,
नहीं
although
दिया.
they felt कि ज्यादा देने से चलता, but because that loan amount was fixed initially, no field officer recommended for a bigger loan. And
Hmm.
that even though during the training I made it clear कि अगर आप वो assessment का देखेंगे कि ज्यादा है तो you
Hmm.
can give, but they were very apprehensive कि अगर 1 लाख लग गया तो क्या हेल्थ के लिए हम 1 लाख दे देंगे. This was the apprehension, which is why
Yes.
they kept it to 15,000, which was minimum. And then some of them also asked during the training कि अगर ज्यादा जरूरत पड़ जाए तो क्या करें.
क्या
मैं
करें?
बोली तो फिर आपको डॉक्टर को पूछना पड़ेगा ना. अभी आप कैसे डिसाइड कर सकते हो कि कितना ज्यादा जरूरी पड़ेगा. सो देन दैट वाज अ डिफिकल्टी दे हैव एक्सप्रेस्ड कि हम जाके डॉक्टर को बात नहीं कर सकते. एंड immediately the client also cannot go to the doctor. कोई client अगर
No. You are getting in a different tangent altogether. Just a minute. So you're going to a different tangent altogether. My observation in this is, we have spent money for this tool. You have to think from different angle altogether. Now we have spent money for this tool. Now we have to show them that this tool has been used. Otherwise, they will ask question, why did you even do it?
no, that tool has been.
Hold your horses, please. Now, why I wanted to get into this one, it was nothing about this, how much they have been provided. It is nothing about anything. It is only to assess the client and keep it as a separate process of uh, understanding of the requirement and also the tool. Like what they are doing, what this Vedika is doing well and good, very good. But separately, parallelly, had we been having those assessment form with us, then we could have seen that whether their requirement has been fulfilled within lower amount or not, whether they have wanted higher amount or not, what's the percentage of it, and also like whether this tool has been, is working or not. This is what.
So
So
that
that's why I was asking that the repayment.
So, Seval, this is the insider thing. That is what I am telling you very clearly. Initially, when we started this, it was about the existing customer and the new customer. And we were trying to establish that the new customer is no different than the existing customer. That is what we found during the data analysis. अब क्या है कि we were very open to different amount of loan for different health thing. क्यों? क्योंकि
No,
वहाँ
no, I'm not asking about, you are not getting the point. What I'm trying to understand, it's a separate assessment of those 50 clients from our end. It is not insider or anything. It is just to understand whether this tool is working in this case or not.
मैं बताती हूँ ना
Now,
पूरा story.
there are two things. One is going beyond your this category and means our regular member, and also one is our member. Now we didn't go out of our regular member. We have given provided it to the member. So we have justification because we didn't have any source of money. We have done something, but it didn't work out. All these things are there. We could put it in our, we can put it in our thing. But in this case, as we have already got like 50 clients, 51 clients, we could have assessed this one through separate assessment process and try to understand whether the impact is there on this tool or not. Then we could make a special note that we have developed this tool and we have seen that this tool is also good for taking it forward or something, some observation.
हाँ तो वही मैं समझा रही हूँ सहबल कि वो एक्चुअली वो जब एसेस किए देन दे डिडंट एंटर इट इनटू द एक्सेल शीट अकॉर्डिंग टू द पॉइंट तो उनको असेसमेंट करने का कोई तरीका नहीं था दैट आई डिड आफ्टरवर्ड्स एंड आई कुड सी कि सम क्लाइंट्स वर क्वालिफाइंग फॉर बिगर लोन्स बट दे हैड ए
Do you
रिक्वायरमेंट
have one thing? Do you have that 15 assessment forms with you?
22 अभी तक मैंने कर दी हाँ असेसमेंट ऑल 50 आई
50 का हुआ है अच्छा then we can work
Yes.
with a separate assessment of it and we can see
Yes, yes.
there's no problem yes that's what I want to know because we have put some money in it we are also not as first of all so this project has gone to a totally different tangent. Now, the thing is that it is the MFIs, they have picked up their customers and they have provided that. And at least we could do that one this year. We can do that one separate assessment of the thing. Then it will also be in our next phase that we have done this one. But it didn't work out because MFIs, they do have, because of the compliances, they do have separate assessment form. So, we can think of it and eventually we can think of some, in the next course of action, we can think of picking up some not-for-profit agencies uh, to do this one, or we can think of to do some work with the BC, talking to the BC, telling them that this is what we have proved. So this can be done. And that's why I'm telling about that one. I was meticulous about that. Anyway, if you have that 50 assessment form, there is no problem at all. We can do it.
So on this point, I would like to add something. Well, so what I was also thinking that we will definitely talk about this form and how it has been useful or not. But I think this can be a very good point to build upon for the next phase because if we look at it, and I was thinking that if it would be possible, I will probably make a table to compare the changes that have been made through the journey, mentioning that there have been a lot of learnings throughout this process when this pilot was being done. And based on the customer feedback and the needs and also the compliances, certain changes, certain modifications were made in the process and in the tool itself, or not in the tool perhaps. But and this came out during the training also with the field staff and branch and cluster heads, is that the need also, or the request for health loans are coming to these people from non-borrowers as well, because when they have given these health loans to the existing borrowers, their neighbors or their known people have also approached the field staff and others that we also need something and we are looking for help and all that, but they are not able to do that. So therefore, finding new borrowers is not going to be a challenge, and we may actually not need a third party to do it, right? The issue is how to cater to people whose repayment history is not with this MFI. Now there are multiple scenarios. One of those is that they are current or past borrowers some other MFI in operating in the area. So whether their repayment history, their CIBIL scores, Equifax scores can be a good indicator. What else will be required? And perhaps there this tool will be useful, right? And therefore, what I was thinking of, and you can let me know your thoughts, is that we can conclude this report that there has been this long journey and many learnings through this journey about this health loan. Need is definitely there. Success has been there, but in a limited fashion with a certain set of customers, not the way we envisaged, right? Because there are many unknowns in that. So therefore, now that we have a good understanding and a good hold on this product, and this has worked well, we start from small with the existing borrowers with limited this thing, and how can we expand is the thing that we would like to explore in the next phase. For example, limit of 15,000. What I have been thinking is, can we propose, or can we have, or possibly we should have, a panel of medical experts who can give us a ballpark figure for different kind of common ailments. पैर का फ्रैक्चर है तो इतना रुपया लगता है, हाथ का फ्रैक्चर है तो इतना लगता है, कैटरैक्ट का है तो इतना लगता है, ठीक है, गॉल ब्लैडर स्टोन है तो इतना लगता है. बट दिस विल ऑल्सो वेरी फ्रॉम region to region, urban, rural, Bihar, UP. So therefore, we can have certain matrix कि अगर आपके पास बिहार से किसी हाथ के फ्रैक्चर के लिए किसी का रिक्वेस्ट आ रहा है, एंड इफ ही इज आस्किंग फॉर 50,000, दैट मे बी टू मच, इट शुड बी limited at 30 or whatever the experts tell us. Sorry, you are on mute.
How will you do it?
No, we will have a panel of experts, right, who will give us key, these are the costs. So we are, for example, we are sure that we are not going to give loans for terminal illnesses or long term illnesses. Cancer may be out of this one. Bypass surgery, I don't know whether we want to do it. We will be giving maybe maximum 40-50,000. Abhi 40
This
50
is one part. So
Haan.
this is one part. There is this requirement versus your repayment capacity. Now
Yes.
that person needs 60,000, for example.
Yes.
And that person has a repayment capacity of maybe 12,000 or 20,000. How will you do that?
No, sir. So that I think is a simpler problem, because the lower of the two. I am talking about I was talking about the discussion that happened with the staff. Is that, for example, one of the customers who we met in one of the locations told that the total expenses for their mother-in-law were about 1 lakh rupees,
Mm.
right? But even this 15,000 was useful for them because they did not have to worry about this 15 at least. The
Mm.
other 85 they arranged from their own savings, and they arranged from their brother and relatives and others. But this 15,000 also came in handy, although their requirement was 1 lakh, right? Now the discussion was, how do we know whether this kind of ailment will require 1 lakh? Some expert will, because borrower
I
will.
got your point. I got your point. So tell me one thing, that in this case, Sangeeta, did we get the information whether they have this Ayushman card or not? Now,
Yes, yes.
why didn't they access Ayushman card? Why they came to us?
We, sorry, संगीता जी आप बताइए. संगीता जी, you are on mute. I can't hear.
यस यस बहुत सारे बोले कि वो आयुष्मान कार्ड जिस हॉस्पिटल के साथ या फिर जिस डॉक्टर के साथ एसोसिएटेड है, वो डॉक्टर प्रोफेशनल मतलब सही डॉक्टर नहीं है,
Yes.
इसलिए वो नहीं है.
Yes.
But one thing, Ayushman card, you can use it. I mean, yes, there should be this, your, what do you call it, this partner hospital. But if you are not satisfied with one hospital, you can go to other one. You can go to other one. But one restriction maybe in their geography, in their this thing, there may not be many options.
That was there.
I don't know. What's your view?
Yes, so we also asked about Ayushman card, and there are different scenarios here as well. So approximately, we don't have a figure, but approximately 50% of them do not have an Ayushman card because of mismatch of date of birth, because of mismatch of spellings. Their voter card has some other spelling, their Aadhaar card has some other date of birth, and therefore Ayushman card is not available for everybody, right? So, for example, the borrower has an Ayushman card, but because they borrowed for their mother-in-law, she doesn't have one. So that is there. The second is, as Sangeeta ji pointed out, their choice of the hospital or the doctor, right? And because these are emergency situations, they look for the nearest hospital or a nearest doctor, right? And the third one is the empanelment. Even if they have time and if they search for the hospitals, and we did not come across anybody who used the Ayushman card plus borrowed from us, from Vista. However, yes, no, there was no case where we came across this one. However, even I've gone through many research reports, and every research report says that Ayushman card is only useful partially because it is only when the person is hospitalized. OPD is not covered, medicines are not covered, post-operative expenses are not covered, travel is not covered, and about 50 to 60% of the money goes into travel from home to the hospital or doctor, medicines, and post-operative. So all the cases were not surgery related in these borrowing cases. So these are multiple.
So there may be there are in Ayushman. First of all, the Ayushman card, I'm telling you, it's very tough to get. Second one, if you are
Yes.
not really big manga, you won't be getting it. They have so much of parameters,
Yes.
so many parameters, you cannot get it. Third, to as you have got those other things. And fourth thing, I was thinking that in the now we got enough data. Sangeeta will also analyze our set of data of in this thing and try to understand the requirement and others. So let us do that one as well. But now, what would be the way forward of it? What kind of project? I mean, do we think that we can devise, we can plan to go ahead? So in this report, I would also be looking forward to understand from you and in your report that how to take it forward. What would be the, because we have little bit of data now, understanding now how on the base of that this one, how can we devise the project and we can take it forward. If you can help us in that way also,
Sure.
we will work on it. We will ponder on it. Then we will structure it and then we will try to send it to the different institutions for support health product development of the health product.
Sure, sure. So I have some ideas. I also would request you that uh, during this call or later, if you want to share something. But I think one of the things is to fine tune this approach that was done by Vedika and standardize it so that at least this can be scaled up. The second is to
What do you mean by fine tuning?
fine tuning, as in, for example, currently they are doing it ad hoc manner on email and with PDF.
Okay, alignment with this.
So, right. So that is one. The second is the training of the cadres. The third is standardization or some kind of a matrix for the cost of various ailments and diseases, so that they are not carried away by the customer's demand that मेरे को 50 चाहिए, जरूरत जो है 10 ही का
These are
है.
your observations. These are your observations. I'm just trying to understand, Mukesh, that if we were to do a project on it, what would be the 2-3 things we should be looking forward for? These are your observation.
No, this
put in it.
No, this needs to be done, Rajsekar. I think
That's a project. That's a project. That's your suggestion for the institution, right?
no. This is
No,
yeah.
acha.
This is for not for the institution. This can be done for the industry as well.
Agree. Now, we want a project proposal kind of idea.
Yes, and the
Where
third.
we can raise the fund.
So the final is so. What I'm looking here is three steps. One is we have some success story from Vedika. We should standardize it and scale it up. That is first. Not only for Vedika, but across the industry, across the sector. The second is the alignment between what ailments and what diseases can be done and what will be the different cost of it, and so that there is no kind of misuse of this product, because there is a difference in the normal IGL and health loan, right? So that there is no misuse. So there have to be these guardrails. What are those guardrails? What kind of checks and balances should be there? That is two. And the third is, how do we take it to the non-borrowers, which was the original objective. So once these two steps are done, we will have more learnings, we will have more inputs, and that will give us a way forward for taking it to the non-borrowers. Whether non-borrowers can be then again divided into borrowers of other institutions with their CIBIL and whatever, and then
new to credit.
We worry about the new borrowers to the industry, etc. They have never taken a loan. That will be a different ball game. So these, I think, the three steps. One is kind of freeze or make this product more robust, right? That is the first step. Because even with this, if 25% of our current borrowers are looking for a health loan, a huge amount. That is a huge amount.
So that's the data we need to source from them.
Yes, that is one. The second will be to kind of give a variety. So 15,000, 25,000, 50,000, but on what basis? That will need some more research, more pilot. And then the third is taking it to non-borrower. So these three, I think, are the kind of way forward in terms of at least next 2 years that we can propose.
So, Mukesh, if we can get a kind of a little bit of revolving fund or something, is there any institution it is not revolving fund, it may be grant fund to those not-for-profit agencies as well, like to go beyond their this regular customer?
I think we can find some of them because this is something that will be new, but we can possibly approach Reliance Foundation. They are doing something on digital capacity building, and then we can talk to. Let us search for them.
Yeah.
Let us search for them. Um, in fact, I was also asking Sangeeta ji, and I think you will have a good idea whether for this credit guarantee for the microfinance, which is 2.0, is now going to end in August. So, can we pitch that a part of it be earmarked for these kind of emergency loans?
See, if you want to really do the things with the government, then you have to have a very strong data set.
Yes. Yes.
Now, that's why I was also asking that, this, whether they have this Ayushman card or why didn't they ask, why didn't they go for the service of Ayushman card? Why
Yes.
are they coming to us? Then all these things need to be there. If we get that kind of data, and we can go to government, but at a later stage, possibly we have to run another project of pilot into 3, 4 geographies of India and get more insights, and
More insights into
then we
this.
can go to government. That if they are not entitled with this Ayushman card or the services of Ayushman card, then these are the ways if government can support.
Yes. Yes. We'll have to build a case. I agree that
Right.
it's not going to be easy because the government will say, we are already covering this. Why do we need a health loan? Why do we need a credit guarantee for that loan? सब कुछ तो हो रहा है
Now,
government
Modi ji is telling that Ayushman card has covered this many, that many, all these things. I mean, lot of, this
Yes.
data is there with them in order to get something apart
Ayushman.
from that. Sangeeta, uh, check the site of your Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They are also in health.
गेट्स फाउंडेशन तो है, हाँ.
वो भी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सा दिखा था अभी, हेल्थ ही तो देते हैं ना, तो दे आर गोइंग फॉर, मतलब बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सा कुछ होता है टेक्निकल। मैं तो वो अभी वो ओपन था, एक्चुअली ओपन है, 1 सितंबर तक है लास्ट डेट। इफ यू सी
See, Sangeeta, I mean, sadhans work, na? Sadhans work never been a very straight line work, right? We always create the things. So let us have an appointment with them and let us bring them on one DC and let us discuss the things. And then let us see if they say yes, we can explore, we can work together. And if they say that they want to observe the thing, we can take them along. Maybe in long run we will get something, है ना?
So that was I was looking at their site.
We can do it.
उसमें
No, it don't work like that.
हाँ
You get the insider.
हाँ,
Get one insider whom to talk to.
हाँ.
और आप लोग जानते तो हैं उसको, अंजलि।
हाँ, वैसे I agree that this will need a in-person meeting. It
Yeah.
cannot be explained over a note or a email. ये तो मिल के
नहीं
बात
होगा, नहीं होगा, मिल के बात करना पड़ेगा. They will ask question. They will tell that okay, possibly we can't do. Then bring them.
उनका प्रायोरिटी भी अच्छा, बट वन इनपुट Shaival, when you meet with Gates people, talk about nothing less than 10 million or something number of people impacted.
Yeah,
Because
the thing that we have to get a very strong data system, or we can see one thing, we can do a research project with them. Why not?
अरे उनको हाँ एग्जैक्टली उनको ये बोलेंगे ना कि 6 महीने या 12 महीने के लिए हमें रिसर्च के लिए पैसा दो. We'll get this data. We have we have idea and we have anecdotal evidence and everything, and we have second-hand data from MFIs, but we want to have very focused, very clean data for which we need a research project for fund for it.
So
And
we
then
can
we
do
will
like then that we have the data that where these microfinance class customers have been provided with health loan. Now,
yes.
probably they have all these customers, probably they have your this Ayushman card. Now, why didn't they go for Ayushman card? If they have do not have Ayushman card, one is whether they do have or not. Whether they if they do not have, then why they don't have? Then if they do have, then why they are asking money from us? So
I, yeah, we will need this data, but I'll tell you why they need. Ayushman card is helpful only for planned surgeries, planned treatment. Emergency Ayushman card seldom works because in an emergency you are looking for the quickest and the nearest hospital, which may not be empaneled. The person who is suffering may not have an Ayushman card despite his other family members may be having. So all these things come into play, but we will need data. So we
right.
have an idea, we have these kind of stories and anecdotal, but we need to have data, and that is why we will tell Gates Foundation that we need your support for
Yeah.
this.
So the base will be this data. Possibly, we have the contact of this all these people, right? Contact details do we have?
Sorry?
Do we have the contact details
Oh,
of all these 51 forwards?
huh,
Yes.
Phone
Yes.
number.
huh.
So if the phone number is there, then we can have another round of like interview with them that whether they do have Ayushman card or not, and then Ayushman card, why didn't they go for Ayushman card? Why do they come to us? All these things. I mean, we will develop a small this your give a questionnaire, and
Hmm.
then we can ask them, and this will also be the exercise for us to take it forward and looking at this regime which is very vindictive, we should not tell them gaps in Ayushman Bharat. We should rephrase it because we work in the development sector. We do not have any problem in the words. So we will tell them that how to support Ayushman
Yes.
card
Yes.
for better health of the poor people.
Yes. Yes. So this will be
So
something like complementing the Ayushman thing.
Complementing.
actually, the experience with Ayushman card is very good in UP, but
Hmm.
all the places like Delhi NCR में कितने भी जगह जाती हूँ, like none of them use Ayushman card. So I was very surprised when UP, UP में जो पहले से हो रहा था, प्रकाश सर जो बोल रहे थे, यहाँ तो सबके पास आयुष्मान कार्ड है। तो मेरे यहाँ पे मैं जब जो भी क्लाइंट को विजिट करती हूँ हेल्थ इशू की वजह से ओडी हो जाते हैं, इसीलिए मैं ओडी क्लाइंट का स्पेशली
ये
विजिट करती हूँ।
उसमें
सबका हेल्थ इशू है और आयुष्मान कार्ड है, नहीं गए, नहीं गए, वहाँ वो कोई काम का नहीं है। ये आगे का पीछे का ये जो प्रैक्टिकल इश्यूज हैं वो डील नहीं करते। सो हरियाणा में कोई नहीं यूज करता। सो यस,
तो
these are the reasons.
No, do you have hardcore statistics? See, we know the problems, right?
Mhm.
All of us, we know the problem, why they use it, why they don't have us, why they don't use it, but we know the data which want to do something, it has to be based on very strong and hardcore data.
नहीं, वो तो है। हरियाणा में जब जाती थी तो इमरजेंसी हेल्थ लोन प्रोडक्ट लेके थोड़ी ही जाती थी। सो आई डिडंट आस्क, बट इनफॉर्मली जो भी पूछा है उसमें ये है कि आयुष्मान कार्ड कोई काम में थोड़ा ही आता है, इस तरह से बोल दिया। इफ आई वुड
तो
हैव सेट डाउन कि क्या प्रॉब्लम है, कैसे है, उस बेसिस मतलब वो बैकग्राउंड लेके मैं जाती तो दे माइट हैव टोल्ड ऑल दिस। हाँ,
Okay. So thank you, Dr. Good discussion. So we'll be looking forward for your report and
Hmm.
also what
Yeah, sure. So regarding this Ayushman, just one update that before we went to Bihar, I was trying to get some Ayushman data, and the PMJAY site has was not working for a whole week. ठीक है, अभी कुछ तो चल रहा है, मैं देखता हूँ इसमें अगर कुछ डेटा मिलता है. बट द लेटेस्ट दैट आई हर्ड लास्ट मंथ वाज दैट द गवर्नमेंट हैज कैंसल्ड lakhs and lakhs of Ayushman cards because of ineligible people getting getting it made. So many Ayushman cards have been cancelled from the back end. So customers who are going to the hospitals for treatment get to know that their card has been cancelled only when they reach there. So no notification has come, nothing has come. So a cleaning process is underway by the government.
सर इनिशियली भी अगर वो आयुष्मान का अगर आप देखे होते ना, उसमें उन्होंने लिखा भी है कि साइकिल भी अगर आपके घर में नहीं है तब जाके आप एलिजिबल होते हैं.
एग्जैक्टली
अब
वही मैं
आज
बोल
के दिन
रहा
में किसके घर में साइकिल नहीं है?
हूँ, इसीलिए.
तो मैं तो साइकिल अगर नहीं है
हाँ,
तो
साइकिल
then
भी नहीं है
अगर हाँ
तब जाके वो eligible होते हैं.
that's what I was telling you. If you are not Bhikari, na, then otherwise you won't be getting it. You have to be Vikmanga, then only you will get it. The parameters are so strong.
Yes.
And all these people whom we deal with, they do have little bit of resources. As you know, microfinance, we cannot go to the ultra poor. It's impossible because ultra poor needs a different model altogether to support them.
Yes.
They are the rescue group. They are not the empowerment group. So rescue group can be different. So in the empowerment group, if these parameters are so strong, they won't be getting it, na?
Yes.
Let us see if we can.
ठीक है, देखते हैं. Yes, right.
Even if we are doing this, even if we are doing it like the 1,000 or 2,000 clients across country, we can do that one, and we can see that what's the status. Let us talk to Gates Foundation.
Yes.
Once.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Tribal, thanks Sangeeta ji. ठीक है, तो I'm targeting maybe middle of next week for the first draft. Is that fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
ठीक है ना?
Sangeeta has a time frame. It's September end, right?
October.
So it is September end. We have to finalize everything, the reports
September
and
8.
everything. Yeah.
हाँ,
So,
September 8. मेरी तरफ से आपको next week में, जैसे अभी हम today we are on 11th. So I will most probably give you the first draft by 17th or 18th. ठीक है. और उसमें जो संगीता जी का जो अभी आप डेटा एनालिसिस और वो करेंगे, we can add that as well if by that time that analysis is ready, and then we can do a second iteration within a week, and by the end of August it should be ready. ठीक है सर? All right.
जो क्वेश्चंस मेरे लिए है सर, आप फिर से अगर भेज दें, और फिर लिखते हुए भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस आए तो वो भी अगर भेज दें तो यस.
ठीक है. श्योर. थैंक यू. बाय.